Hey guys, welcome back. Good afternoon. I'm here in Las Vegas in my new setup here. I actually got into a car accident a couple of days ago, and I'm so upset because it was my fault. And uh, I've been going through all this hassle to try to get my car fixed, and it's in the process of getting fixed right now, but I know it's going to take some time. But anyways, I've been actually thinking for a little while about creating some kind of a recording space where I live so that I can do this at home. The last few videos that I've done were in the car before I went to the gym, and obviously I can't do that at this point because my car is not actually drivable. I feel so bad because I basically pulled over by the side of the road to get out and look at something across the street. and I turned around and I didn't put my car in park, and it just rolled backwards and it smashed into some other car. And well, I was a nice guy, and I left my phone number and I left a note for the person and with a neighbor, so they can get in touch with me and we can resolve it like normal people. Anyways, so that's in progress, and it's so annoying because I've had to call like Uber Eats to get food and have stuff delivered. Not only is my car messed up, but it hasn't been really nice outside the last couple of days here in Las Vegas. We've had a little bit of rain and it's been overcast and it's been kind of cold and windy. And, I'm not that far away from like the markets and stuff like that, but that means that I got to walk down there or take my bike. And yeah, I'm like kind of the person who like likes to stock up on things and make sure that I have enough, food and water and, supplies to last for like a month so that I don't necessarily have to leave the house. Because I mean, it gets a little bit annoying if you have to go to the market every day, you're constantly having to restock. And, that's no kind of life for me anyways. I know people do it. I used to do it, but now we've got like what Costco and Walmart and Winco and all these bulk kind of like big box stores where you can just get everything that you need and just stock up for the winter, and it's really nice. I do like that about living in Las Vegas in this area. So, anyways, yeah, but it's a beautiful day outside today. Really sunny. So I think I'm going to go to the gym, get some exercise, and take the bike down there. It should be a nice little ride. I haven't been able to go to the gym because I've been so tied up trying to get all this stuff done. I mean, these insurance people. I mean, I've been trying to get in touch with somebody. The other person that was involved in the accident, he wasn't actually in the car, but he filed a complaint or a claim with the insurance company, and I filed one also. So there was two claims, and they never returned my phone calls. Each one of them was saying, "Oh, well, it's the other person that needs to help you." And so I'm sitting there like, okay, well, what am I going to do? I need to escalate this. So I call in, I talk to some customer service person. They tell me that I need to speak to a manager, that a manager needs to direct somebody to take care of the job. And anyways, like I've been leaving voicemails for these insurance claims people, and when I call to actually leave the voicemail, I get this recorded message like, "Oh, we're sorry, the person you're trying to call is not available right now. Please leave a message." It's like some automated AI kind of system, and so I leave a message, and nobody calls me back. So I call and leave another message. I left a message for the manager. I'm leaving messages with all these people, and nobody's getting in touch with me. And I'm feeling like, you know, there's people out there that need to get stuff done, and they want like a personal touch. They want people to, help them out and not get, not have to deal with AI automation and, you know, voice menu hell where you have to dial 5 and then dial 6 and then hit 7 to talk to the right department, and then they hang up on you, and it's just really frustrating. I like to speak to somebody. I want to talk to somebody. I feel like for the money that we pay for, the things that we used to get, personal service for, they should be able to do that, you know, or at least, you know, if they're going to use these automated systems, have somebody call you back. They should be working. The systems are designed so that we're more productive and we can, you know, take action uh, more easily and more productively. Anyways, they were not getting back to me, and so it made me think that, you know, there's probably a lot of people out there that feel the same way, that, you know, these new automated systems that we have to deal with on a daily basis in modern life nowadays make you feel like you're not getting the care that you need and the personal touch that you need. And I mean, I remember way back in the days when I used to make phone calls, and, you know, you call up and there was like an operator that would patch you into the person that you're trying to call. It'd be like, what number? Who are you trying to call? Who are you trying to call? And they would, you know, patch you into the other person. And that person would probably be super excited to answer the phone because they didn't get like a lot of phone calls. Like nowadays we get too many phone calls, and you can't trust anybody that calls your phone because it could be like some spammer, or who knows, somebody trying to, you know, sell you something. So, anyways, the car is in the process of getting fixed, and eventually I'm going to get it back. But for now, yeah, I'm excited because I got this kind of little setup going on that I've been actually thinking about for a while. I had this one microphone that has been sitting around for the longest time, and I figured, well, let me try using it and see how well it works. And it seems to be working pretty well, actually. And it got me thinking, you know, I've been thinking about, I've had that thing in my storage for so long, for, you know, since the 2000s or something like that, early 2000s. And I never threw it away. I always thought, you know, one of these days it's going to come in handy. One of these days I'm going to use it. And you know, I took it out of the case and I plugged it in, and it was working just fine, and it sounded really good to me. So I was kind of excited because you know, it just kind of goes to show you that sometimes it's better not to throw things away. You know, take care of your stuff, and, you know, eventually it might come in handy. You know, I'm not encouraging, you know, people to hoard stuff and just, you know, collect everything, but I definitely have a tendency to keep things that I think that one day will come in handy, you know, and and sure enough, you know, my microphone just came in handy. So I'm excited about that. And then, by the way, the worst thing is when you throw things away, you're like, ah, should I keep it or should I throw it away? You're like, ah, I'll get rid of it. What always happens when I do that is immediately the next day or within like a week, I'm like, damn it, I shouldn't have thrown that thing away. Now I need it for something or another. It happens all the time. So now I always second guess myself when I want to throw something away, and just put it somewhere, store it away, and uh, a lot of times those things come back uh, uh, to be useful. So, anyways, what else? So I was also thinking about this move. I think I mentioned the last video that I wanted to move to Mexico, and I also did some more research about that. Contacted my friend down there. I was watching some YouTube videos about people that were living down there in Playa del Carmen, and I kind of fell out of love with the idea because I was really because of the price. I think that the price for what you get over there is a little bit more expensive than I want to be paying. I know that you can live pretty inexpensively. I would say, you know, around $1,500 to $2,000 a month. They say you can live a pretty decent life. Um, and I was just checking on uh, prices for just everyday things like bottles of beer and liquor and cat food and, you know, groceries and that kind of thing, and meals in restaurants. I was seeing, you know, everyday meals for like $9 or $10, and I mean, I can get a meal over here for, you know, $9 to $10, you know, more like $15. because prices have gone up more recently. But it wasn't like considerably low, like in Vietnam or in Asia somewhere where you can get street food for like, a couple bucks, like really, really cheaply. So I'm thinking, well, you know, the price is not quite as low as that I want to make it a move that's going to be a huge savings, like the opportunity cost is going to be there. Is opportunity the cost the right word? I don't know. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's is it cheap enough to where it's actually worth making the change? And so, and I was talking with a friend of mine about this other town in Mexico, a little bit south of Playa del Carmen, which is called Tulum. And down there, he was saying that it's actually a little bit dangerous because there's, a lot of police reports about, violent things that happen. Anyways, I won't go into the gory details, but it's not quite safe over there. And when I was watching videos in Playa del Carmen, I started to notice that there's a lot of street traffic noise. There's a lot of, like sirens and ambulances and that kind of thing. And, it's pretty bustling town. There's a couple little pockets where it's not quite that loud, but, I was thinking, well, God, I'm so used to it being like super quiet in my neighborhood. Am I ready to move into a place where it's really noisy? Maybe, potentially. But then the other thing is that I can't work down there. In Mexico, as an American citizen, I think it's kind of difficult to get a job over there. Um, there are ways to do it, and I haven't figured it out quite yet. And I don't know if they pay really well. The ideal thing is to move down there and have some kind of a remote position where you're making American money living in Mexico, living like a king. Then it got me thinking, okay, well, palm trees, a beach, um, a neighborhood where you can walk around or bike around. And that got me thinking because I used to live in Los Angeles before I moved here to Las Vegas. And that's exactly what I did. I lived like in mid city. I had my bike. I didn't even really need my car that much. I did need it, but for a lot of stuff, I would just get on my bike and ride around town all year round. Palm trees everywhere. The beach is not too far away if you really want to go to the beach, which I mean, I don't love going to the beach. I mean, let's be honest. You got to shower off all that sand and you make a mess and you're getting your car all dirty. I didn't love that about the beach. But I mean, it is nice going to the beach obviously and getting some sun and going for a dip or whatever. But I didn't actually do it that often when I lived in Los Angeles. Uh, it was more just kind of like you just drive down the Ocean Boulevard or whatever, the street right on the beach, and get the beach vibes, and then move on. So Los Angeles actually ticks a lot of boxes for me because it does have those things that I mentioned, palm trees and a beach and somewhat walkable areas. You can live in like Koreatown or downtown and kind of walk where you need to go. But the problem is in Los Angeles, you really need to find a place close to where you work. That's really the key to being happy over there. If you're driving all the way across town to go to work, it's going to be a pretty tough existence. So I feel for people who buy a house on one side of town and then they have to drive all the way to the other side of town. I used to drive like an hour and a half to get to work every day. That was really, really tough. So, mm, so I'm actually gonna look into finding a place in Los Angeles and seeing if it might be a good idea to move back over there because I miss it. I really loved living over in LA, and I still know some people over there. Um, I miss all of the activities. I miss all the mom and pop restaurants, little um, international stores, and things like that. And of course, the weather. So even though it would be a much smaller place than where I currently live, uh, I think I want to do that. You know, there's something to be said about living in a place where everything is kind of close in proximity to you. Right now, I'm living in a place where there's too much space. It's just way too much space for one person. And I thought I would love it, but it's it's just a lot. So now I'm just kind of longing for a smaller place that's much more manageable, where everything's kind of nearby. I don't have to go walk upstairs or outside or all the way to the garage to find my phone, which happens a lot. I'm constantly losing my phone. So I have to call my phone from another phone and go like scavenger hunt to try to find where my phone is. If I'm living in a small place, I hear the phone. It's right there. I just go pick it up. And now I'm playing, hide and seek whenever I need to find my phone. And it's really annoying. And, if I want to go eat something, I got to go walk all the way over there to the kitchen. And maybe I'm getting lazy. Maybe there's just too many stairs where I'm living. I've got all these stairs. It's like a stairmaster in this place. So yeah, I mean, I used to live in a loft. I used to live in a studio in LA. I used to live in like tiny little places, and I loved it. I mean, yeah, it was a little bit cramped, but you know, look at people in Tokyo, Hong Kong, all around the world, New York City. You know, people get by and they just deal with it. And the benefit is that you're in a world-class city with world-class entertainment, with tons of people from all different walks of life. And I think that's what I'm missing right now. I'm missing the LA kind of vibe, and just really cool. Uh, is this divisive? LA people. Anyways, there's a lot of different kind of people over in LA, and I am missing just kind of the crowd over there, and the plethora of things that are available to do in the city. So uh, I'm kind of excited about looking for a new place in Los Angeles, and maybe just moving all my stuff into a temporary spot and selling or renting this place that I'm in Las Vegas, and going from there. I mean, hopefully renting. It would be cool if I rented this place out and then go to Los Angeles and then start a rental business over there where I'm subletting apartments out to people, and building sort of a portfolio of rental properties. And that would be kind of exciting kind of career switch. So I might get into that. It feels like something that I would really enjoy, just like I really enjoy doing what I'm doing right now, sharing with my thoughts and progress with you guys. Uh, it's a different kind of uh, pastime or way to spend my time than I have working in corporate offices, and I really enjoy it. And uh, I was working in the for corporations for like the last 20 years, 25 years, and it feels like uh, time for a change, time to do something new. And that's part of the reason why I started this channel, to kind of talk through these things and see where it goes, see what comes up, and just get those ideas out and eat shit on camera and make myself look like a complete fool in front of you guys for your entertainment, and for the benefit of me kind of sorting out my thoughts and ideas, because it is really helpful to just kind of talk these things out. So anyways, that's all I got for you right now. Thank you all for watching. I'd appreciate if you hit the like button, send me a comment, let me know if I struck a nerve, hit the subscribe button wherever that is, and even maybe try notifications. Maybe you need notifications whenever my videos come out so you can get these right away. Anyways, that's all I got. You guys have a great day.